Hi, I'm Dale Bowman and welcome to Get Published TV. This is the only dedicated show on the internet to help authors and aspiring authors to write, publish and market their own best-selling book in 8 minutes a day. Now in today's episode, we're going to talk about the importance of coming up with a unique angle, a unique point of difference when it comes to your book. And we're going to talk about that in just a few moments' time. But before that, I actually want to draw your attention to a special area that's underneath this video. That's of course if you're on the getpublishedtv.com website. You may be watching this video somewhere else, but if you're back on Get Published TV, then underneath we have a section for people to actually leave their comments and also ask questions. Now, I feel like I'm giving you a lot of value and a lot of information in these videos. I've paid tens of thousands of dollars to learn the stuff that I know about this subject of book publishing, and we're giving so much information away at no cost. So in order to return the favor, then your job is just to leave a comment below. It's that simple. It only takes 30 seconds or so, but we really want your feedback. We want to know what you think. We want to know what you like about what we're doing. Are there any improvements or suggestions, or any questions that you may have as well? And what we'll be doing is we'll be covering them in future videos. So please, we feel like we're giving you something. Please, if you could just return the favor, leave us a comment, and that would really just help the website in order to grow and to make it a much more interactive experience, because I believe that I have a certain amount of knowledge, having published 16 books, but certainly I'm not the only person in the world with knowledge on marketing and promoting and publishing books. There are heaps of other people, and you might have some specialized knowledge as well. Maybe you're already an author, or you're a book publicist, or you're maybe a publisher, or you're an editor, typesetter, whatever. You've got knowledge, you've got expertise as well. So if you can leave that below, not only is it going to be helping the website to grow, but it's also going to maybe give yourself some exposure too. So it's a really win-win scenario there. So before we continue, I just wanted to point that out. Please start now if you haven't left a comment already. Please leave one, and then every other future episode you watch, if you could take that 20-30 seconds, that would be very much appreciated. Alright, let's talk now about coming up with your unique, sometimes called USP, unique selling proposition. In sales terms, they call it USPs. In book terms, it's really whatever you want. It's just coming up with a point of difference, coming up with something that's special, that's different about your book as opposed to everything else that has been done before. Now, I remember reading a newsletter by a friend of mine called Gihan Pereira, and one of the articles that he wrote in his newsletter was, I think the title was something like, I'm remembering back now, but it was something like, "The World Doesn't Need Another Book." And I was kind of a little bit confused by that. I was thinking, why would he say that? The world doesn't need a lot of books, because another book, because I believe that every person has a book inside them, and it's important to get that story told. But what he was saying when you read the article was, the world doesn't need just another book. The world needs a book that is unique, that's different, that's special, that actually has you in that particular book. The world needs that book, but it doesn't need something that's just rehashed information from somebody else's work. So I feel this is really important, especially in where we're at right now, because there are so many books out there. There are books and almost every subject imaginable. Certainly in the non-fiction area, they've got the Idiot's Guide now. They've got the Dummy's Guide, and they've covered the Dummy's Guide to Public Speaking, or the Idiot's Guide to buying shares or something along those lines, or investing in stocks. So they've kind of done the complete how-to book. So if you're just going to do another book covering all those subjects, it's probably not going to sell. So therefore, you want to come up with some unique point, something that's different, a unique angle. Because otherwise, when you go to your publisher, if you're trying to pitch the book, they're going to say to themselves, if you had a book on, say, attracting success or attracting abundance into your life, they're going to say, look, we've already got The Secret, or we've already got this book or that book, whatever. So what makes your book special? What makes your book different? And unless you can clearly communicate that to them, and unless it's communicated on your front cover and the back cover of your book, and people, not just because remember, when you're actually going and someone's buying your book, you don't come with it. You know, you can't actually be there every single person when they pick it up from the shelf and have 30 seconds or a minute to tell them what's special about it. They have to get that from the cover. They've got to get it from the back cover, and if they don't, you've lost them. So that's why it's important to come up with a point of difference, because when you're pitching it to a publisher, or if you self-publish and then you're pitching it to a distributor, they're going to again ask you that same question. What's different about this book? What's unique? What's special about it? And the other reason why you want to do that as well is because you want to get the attention, hopefully, of the media when it comes time to actually promoting and marketing your book. And so, unless you can come up with something that's unique or different, then you're not going to get the attention of the media. So there are a few reasons why you want to have a point of difference. In a future video, I'm going to talk about what are some ways in which you can go about coming up with a point of difference for your book. That's probably another 8-minute conversation, so I'll do that separately. Because what I'm saying is it's important to... I know a lot of people have kind of ridden on the coattails of other successful books, and some people may want to do that. Like, for example, after this book, The Secret, came out, in the next 12 months, there's the real secret and the truth behind the secret, and the secret exposed, and the grandmother Jan's secret, or whatever. And there was so many rip-offs and so many other people that had used similar branding and similar colors, etc., to try and leverage off that particular book, as successful as what it has been. Now, you can do that if you want, but again, you're only ever going to be seen as a number two. You want to be someone that stands alone, as someone that's unique, and someone that's carved out a particular niche or topic for themselves and come up with a new way of doing it, as opposed to someone that's just clearly borrowed or copied someone else's work. And it's the same thing applies within fiction as well. The last thing that you want to do is go to a publisher and say, I've got this really cool story idea. It's about this kid, and he goes to this special magic school, and he's actually a wizard, and he's learning about how to become a wizard, and he's meets all these people along the way, and they're clearly just going to say, look, this person has got no original ideas. They're just leveraging off someone else's success. If you haven't worked it out, Harry Potter is the answer, of course. So come up with something unique, come up with something that's different. Hopefully you've got the message there from this video, and in a future video I'm going to be talking about some strategies about how to come up with a unique point of difference for your book. This is Dale Beaumont from Get Published TV. Thanks again for watching. How many minutes is that?